What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles. You're rocking with Lyles Movie Files. Joining me tonight, little brother Jace. How are you?
Rocking with the best. Let's get it.
Cool. Jay King. How are you?
I'm always great, Jeff. How are you? How are you all out there?
Hey, thanks for asking, man. I'm just trying to take it day by day. These TV shows are creating a slow death in me, but I'm going to survive, like Gloria Gaynor. Chief, how are you, man?
I'm well, thank you.
Walking Dead came on with the worst episode of the Angela King era. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was looking for a little entertainment. And it was really, really bad. Like, so bad that I didn't know what was going on. They focused on the two characters that we know have bulletproof bubble wrap all over them. So there's no trouble, no problems, no harm, no suspense, no drama, no entertainment. And watching Carol chase after a rat and Daryl do the absolute dumbest things in pursuit of motorcycle parts. Like, this dude literally went underneath a car on a ledge because he's like, yo, we all know I'm not getting killed. Why are we bothering? And he's just like, who cares? And at the end of the episode, nothing happened. Daryl grunted at Carol, told her she could have her knife, the knife that he let her borrow, and that was it. Fellas, what did you think about this one?
I don't know at what point. I mean, we need, especially now that everybody knows they have a spinoff coming on. You're just like, again, I know that nothing's going to happen. They're bulletproof, 100%. They could be in a field of like season one running walkers, and they get out fine. They'd somehow they would be in a field of landmines that somehow just popped up right beside them, and somehow they didn't set one of them up. It's just gotten to the point. It's like, why are you guys wasting our time on these two characters? Like, as I was saying like earlier, it's like, what happened to Rosita? I mean, like, she lost her guy she was dating, the guy who Carl saved to bring into the camp. He died for a whisperer. Yeah, like, so, I mean, there was like drama between Father Gabriel and him. Like, who's going to raise the kid since now that relationship broke up? Well,
Are you my daddy?
Guess you are, because Daddy's dead because, we need to kill another doctor for the Whisperers to make that cool. But now it's...
Hold on. Because you did mention a point. Every doctor has to get killed by whoever the new threat is. They can't have a competent doctor who can fight. That Joker always gets killed by whatever big bad they're facing.
I mean, but like, seriously, like, if you know you're in a town of one doctor and there are dangerous threats, you have literally guards around this person at every five. There's not like there's no doctor-patient confidentiality. If you got to get a rectal exam, you got somebody with a sword right beside you. Like, no, like, that's just not. I'm not buying this dude. Oh well, I need some privacy. Ain't gonna happen, bro. So, just like
very amusing, Your Highness. Wipers.
Okay, because it's like basically, because I mean, that was like, oh, we have a storyline, but now let's focus on Daryl and Carol, who we all said years ago, if they die, we riot. I mean, folks are like, they die, we riot. They took that to heart. Like, we really aren't going to kill them. Like, just no matter what the scenario, they're bulletproof, and they get a spinoff. And you said this is the end of season 10.
Like, one more episode focusing on Negan.
The extended epilogue of the Whisperer's War, and then we actually get the episode we wanted 4 episodes ago. It's like we want to see what's up with the Stormtrooper dudes, but we're just not going to get that. So let's talk about the one guy who actually has some drama that we know should be coming to a head, and somehow he's gonna, like, at the end of the episode, he's gonna be like, all right, Maggie, I think we need to talk. The end.
Wow, I feel like you've already watched the episode and spoiled it for all of us.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
All right, Joe King, what you think?
If this is a precursor to Daryl and Carol's Dharma and Greg, Will and Grace, or whatever the hell it's gonna be, we can stop right here. We can stop it right here. I'll be okay with that. I always thought, look, it was a bad idea to spin these two off. Just let their portion of the Walking Dead universe die. Right? There's
Mm-hmm.
no more story here. There's no more story here. Carol's done such an amazing transformation to where she was that they ran out of ideas for her. They just made her the lone wanderer Carol who, would eventually come back to her senses and I need to be a part of the group again. It gets old. What are they
Hey,
going to do
Javon,
now if they're already going through that?
Carol has become one of my least favorite characters because I
Again.
was thinking back to the glory days of Terminus, where I think maybe, just Cold, that's one of my top 5 Walking Dead
Mhm.
episodes. And it was just like, this is the culmination of this scared, battered housewife being a
Mhm.
gangster soldier, just taking out this whole rack of cannibals. And it's like, yes. Now
Mhm.
she's become she's become a CW character. I can make a mistake and always have a justification for it. And my apology just leads into my excuse. And she's the
Mhm.
worst. And Daryl seems so much more interesting when he's around every other character.
Yeah.
It's like their
Th-
bond is so boring right now.
Their bond is not what it was 5 seasons ago. You can't capture that because it's a different time in this series. So much has happened
Mm-hmm.
to these characters through the life of this show. And you're not going to be able to recapture that. I don't care who you put around them. Their stories have ran their course. There's no new material, I don't think, here. What do they do now? What do they do now? Another
What am I
group,
going to do
or they
now,
just go,
huh?
oh, they're not, what am I do now? It's all messed up. That's the thing. What do they do now? They go to get another group, or it's just more the two of them on the road? Are they like, what's my man? What would be funny as hell though if they were like what's my man Bob Hope and Ben Crosby, do like Hope and Crosby where they just go and have misadventures and a musical number in some point in between.
You would make Gunner lose his mind if they started introducing musicals in The Walking Dead. He would
I would
come
love
to the screen and kill you. Like, you're
love
not doing this.
I would love that. I would love that because I don't look, man. If this was a precursor to this next chapter of The Walking Dead, I don't care. End it now. And all these episodes, can we get to who the stormtrooper people are? Are we ever going to get the answer to where Michonne left her kids? We need some
Yep.
answer with the
Which
kids.
made no sense whatsoever.
Dead.
Because who's going to protect her kids better than Michonne?
All right,
Y'all are
Daryl.
pretty competent babysitters. I'll leave it with y'all.
I mean, what? Come on, man. It's like, just let this show die already, please.
I think what the problem is, they got real greedy and were like, this thing has so many legs. Let's do a spinoff, and then let's do another spinoff. Hey, we got so many characters. Let's throw them into one spinoff. And hey, this third spinoff, let's focus on teenagers who've never experienced the world outside of Walker World. And I'm just like, I don't care because y'all can't do enough with this main show to keep me invested. Y'all kill off too many interesting characters. Everybody who I really enjoyed watching for the most part is gone. I like Aaron. I
I
like
don't,
Father Gabriel, but man, I'm running out of characters I care about because I just
dude.
don't care if they get killed.
I just kept waiting for Father Gabriel to bite it. I'm sorry. And that episode, the best episode they had so far in the last year to me was the one with Robert Patrick, right?
Yeah,
And even then, I didn't care if either one of them croaked. I didn't care if either one of them caught a cab. Didn't care, right?
yeah.
I don't care about the Teen Titans Walking Dead show. I don't. I don't care about Fear the Walking Dead anymore because it's the Morgan hour, and Morgan's not that interesting anymore.
Listen, everybody, we need. And Morgan changes what he wants to do, his agenda every season.
Every
And I'm
every
just like, you know
season,
what?
I'm done.
We just need to be consistent. Is he a pacifist? Is he a hardcore warrior? Is he
Hey,
Django Unchained? I mean, what is going
what is
on?
he?
Yeah.
The Walking Dead right now is like a comic that has a tight five that keeps getting hour long specials. All you got is this tight five. You don't have the material to carry on for the full hour, so it's falling flat for long stretches.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Speaking of falling flat for long stretches, let's go to Supergirl right now. I'll get back to Flash. But Supergirl had its season premiere this week, and I told y'all I wasn't gonna watch it. I was like, nah, I'm good. This show has done too much. I've seen too much good TV with The Mandalorian, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision. Why put myself through this? And Jace was like, hey, I think you should watch Supergirl. And I told Jace after that episode, I wish I could come over with a plastic mallet and bash it over his head for subjecting me to watch that episode. This was basically the season finale of last year, which got halted due to COVID. And I really feel like they should have just done a, hey, I hope everybody forgot what happened. We're going to start over. So they call this episode Rebirth, and it's basically tapping into the last great initiative of DC Comics called Rebirth. But they did really great stuff until they decided this is boring. Let's attract new readers by killing off people, having people do stuff out of character, blow it up, and then wonder what happens, why we don't have any readers. Anyhow, Supergirl. I think the real problem with Superman and Lois is too good. And it has shown all the warts, the blemishes, the faulty hair pieces, the bad costumes with paint roller makeup serving as a costume, and everybody feeling the need to prop up the most powerful character in the show. Go ahead, Jace. That was rant one. Please feel free to go for it.
Okay, so I don't know if anybody can actually watch Supergirl and not root for Lex Luthor after about 5 seconds. It's like his plans are actually competent, and it's like, wow, like Lex Luthor, yeah, that was a good plan. Wow, you got yourself superpowers. Wow, you're going to be able to beat Supergirl, but you've had beef long-standing with Superman, but nah, Supergirl's the one I got to beat because he's in another part of the world, and I'm not going to find him, even though I have the power that has the ability to sense where Kryptonians are, but I don't sense where Superman is in Smallville. Oh, we'll just.
Okay. I waited long enough to go into rant two. I've exhausted my patience. So, Lex Luthor's master plan is to have these contact lenses that apparently the whole world has bought, like the iPhone, the Galaxy, whatever phone they're plugging right now, and it's really dirty watching this in the COVID era where people at a bar and they just stick their contacts in and just plug it into their eyes. There's no hand sanitizer going around. They just go boop. Like, this is dirty, y'all. I think we should have revisited that scene. And he wants everybody to love Lex. And those people that haven't sucked into this program, he's going to kill. This is totally out of character for Lex Luthor. He is definitely I'm going to make everybody bow the knee to me. He's not I'm going to be worse than the Joker in Darkseid and kill 50% of the population. You must have been reading Thanos' cliff notes on how to win the war.
Like, you don't need Thanos manifesto. Like, how to kill people and make them love me. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Cool.
Or you could be Josh Whedon's Steppenwolf. You will love me. Kick rocks, Josh. Okay. So then we have that. Then we have the big showdown. All 42 members of Team Supergirl against Lex. And Lex beat Supergirl, but Lena, for some reason, is like, yo, I forgot I can make a drone that captures the power of the sun to recharge Supergirl and give her a boost of her powers again. Chief, I see that look on your face, and I can't wait till you watch this episode because you should have questions, my man. You really should. You promised, and you lied to us. You told us you were going to watch this show, and you were like, nah.
I think Chief just didn't want to be able to, enjoy all of this episode at once. So he wants to watch this and next week in a combined 2-hour, just suck it all in. Epic start of Supergirl, final season.
That's right, was Supergirl. Okay, we can hate Chief.
Nah. What I was saying was, I didn't even know they were still on the storyline with the eyepieces. So
right.
Once you said that, I was like, damn, that storyline's still going on, huh? That they're gonna drag the shit out of that, huh? You know what I mean?
Like, a whole pandemic makes these storylines still super long.
The car says just married and some tin cans dragging behind it. And that's Supergirl. These tin cans dragging behind that car. Like, at some point, that storyline should have, like, when you said it, I was like, damn, I remember that. They were doing that last year. I was like, what? Okay. Well, Supergirl's never been invented.
No.
The writers were always garbage. Ever since the Blue Sun did. You know what I mean? We were all like, hold up, Blue Sun is supposed to increase her powers. And then she goes and gets her ass whooped. They were like,
Hey,
we knew they were shaky when they gave her blue heat vision.
Exactly. It's Superman and Lois quickly like, yeah, we're not even gonna act like that's a thing. Like that's just stupid. It's like again, like you said, because Superman and Lois is crafted like a competent show, it just makes Supergirl looks so much the worst. And then it's like Alex, the invincible Alex, who has none of the powers of anything, but will end up saving all of the world. Superman can take a vacation in Smallville. Alex has got it. The Sentinel. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, Alex sucks too as a character. I'm disappointed that they felt the need to supercharge her up. I thought her leading the incompetent DEO was just fine. Or even being John's right-hand woman, I just feel like they can't resist this urge to make everybody superpowered on the show. Because it's just a stupid formula. Everybody has powers. You know who that makes not special anymore? Your main title character. What were you saying, Javon?
Oh no, that's it. Everybody's got power, so why do we care about Supergirl?
And why does Supergirl need these dudes? Martian Manhunter is like the equivalent of Superman in the Justice League. He gets hit by a laser blast. He's out for 40 minutes. Well, hopefully Hawkgirl can save the day. Oh, and she can with that magic mace. It's too much.
It's like literally, it's like Martian Manhunter is like the older dude, but somehow, McGann might have to save me. Ooh, it's like, guys, seriously, I get it, but man, like, just make Martian Manhunter like a wise old, superhero. Like, he doesn't have to be such a punk. I mean, it was just like, man, just embarrassing for him. It's like, and what is it? It's like he's around people who know he's Martian for, but yet he has the need to be Hank Henshaw all the time. It's like,
show was so cool for that. I mean, it's like, listen, just make a little mask that you could put him in. You have the collar. Just let him tuck it in. It can be, call up a cosplayer. They could design a good-looking mask. Just have him put it on, tuck it in. It's a wrap. His whole body is covered. But they're like, it's too expensive making him look like an alien. That doesn't make any sense. Let's just have Brother Man walk around and have Sister Girl walk around. And they're just aliens who just happen to be black. It's frustrating. And then Brainiac's not a bad guy anymore. He was the only one who was interesting when he made that heel turn. And then it's like, I'm sorry, Dreamer. You're the most amazing person I've ever met. I'm like, well, I mean, don't you know Supergirl? Because, Supergirl, it's been a whole 5 minutes before he told Supergirl how amazing she is. Don't you want to go tell her that? Yeah.
That sounds like you're annoyed with the show. I could be wrong.
No, I told you I was done with the show. But this was after. I saw that Jimmy Olsen's sister is going to be the new Guardian this season. Are you ready for that, Chief?
I'm not ready for much of anything from the way you're describing it. And to be honest with you, the Martian Manhunter, would you want to pick a black man to be? You know what I mean? I want my privileges. I'm not gonna walk around. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna walk around where I can't catch a cab. But that this just bad writing all around, man. Martian Manhunter, he's really actually, if you say somebody doesn't have powers, it's actually Martian Manhunter, because really he's the only powerless Joker on that show. Everybody else can do something. I don't think the Martian Manhunter has won a fight, saved anybody, done anything in that show.
He's over 72.
He's like the psychiatrist. He'll, let's talk. All right, I'm gonna help you work through your problem. Like you know what I mean? He's like everybody's pops. He doesn't do anything else. You know, you put him in a fight, he's the first one knocked out. You know, he doesn't. Yeah. So you know, Supergirl, man. I'm glad it's ending. I think with so Lois, Superman and Lois, excellent show. Supergirl was there before, so these writers were out here. Like these writers were out here. Like, so what did they like? I don't know. Superman and Lois just had they said we were going to spend the budget on writers. I mean, where did we get? I don't know what you got these guys, yo. I just, you know, we went down to the local pub, the Blue Oyster, dun, 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 and you know what I mean. Grab you right there. Yeah. You right? No, I don't. Come on, got a job for you.
You do now.
Right, you do now. We're gonna want you to write Supergirl and give the Martian Manhunter something special.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So Lena's good now?
Yeah, dude. I mean, they took the most interesting characters from last season who were like, you know what? I'm tired of Supergirl lying. She's a jerk because how's she gonna keep the secret of her identity when she's told 90 people in National City, except for me, her best friend? And then it's like, oh, I see now that Carol was right for keeping a secret from me because it could have harmed me, despite the fact that my brother and mother are like wanted criminals anyway. And clearly, I have proven myself countless times as a close ally and deep friend to you. But yeah, you got to protect me because of stuff.
Because Kelly, who James' sister, who's never been exposed to this at all, just
Which is live. Which is live.
She's one of the few people that doesn't know.
But why would she not know? I mean, is Alex not talking to sleep?
Again, doesn't Alex like always go randomly to these magical things? With oh wait, I gotta do my eye makeup. Hold on real quick.
No,
Kara, can you help me?
You did it too subtle. She uses a paint roller, and now everyone can't know it's me, Alex, the head of the DEO.
Did she fight? Did she fight?
Huh? She doesn't need to fight, man. She's got the shield, and she's on Supergirl, which means she's an expert level fighter.
I'm just saying, man, all these people are athletic. They're fighting. Like,
all of them.
I don't know any. I know maybe 2 friends that fight well. You know what I mean?
Me and who else?
You know what I mean?
I fight dirty,
one of my boys is a professional boxer. So, other than that, I'm just like, yo, like, how does everybody just fight? Like, they don't show her training. They don't show nothing. She just grabs a shield. That's like me grabbing a shield and then going out fighting crime. And,
you know, in America.
Right. Because I got 30 seconds of pure fury. I'll tell you that right now. 30 seconds. Count them off if you need to. I will punish you in that first 30 seconds. If the fight go past 30 seconds, I'm just, no, I'm sorry. You know,
you're
that's
like a really whack hour man. 30 seconds, man. 30
seconds, man. So yeah, this show has gotten just progressively worse. I think they had that one good season, 3.
Whatever the half season was with Rain. Well, it was more than a half season. It was good right up until they brought the witches in. But that season was.
Jeff, can you explain to me one thing that really got to me at the end of this episode? Is the wherever Brainiac was so full of radiation going Captain Kirk style, and then the first one through the door is Alex, and she survives.
Alex has that magic doohickey that does everything, including absorb every trace of radiation. But she also has the Rider protection shield, which is far more important.
Far more important. I just it was like my head just was like, she should be dead. Like, you can't just go into a nuclear reactor and just, I just popped in there for 30 seconds. No, you just die. Like, you don't have the ability to just come back and it's just okay. It's like, no, all right. It's Alex. It's like, I was just like, come on, guys. Like, I know you just stop it.
Yeah, it's a mess. All right, let's switch over real fast to Flash. This was a decent episode. We introduced another one of the forces. This time, Psych. I need the Flash writers to stop having Cisco name villains because He doesn't need to do it anymore. I mean, he called the first one Forza, called this one Psych, and those are the names of the characters in the comic book. But Forza is just really uninspired for him to just say, "Oh yeah, that's her name," and everybody's like, "What?" And he goes, "Well, She-Hulk was already taken." Here's something that continues to bother me about the Flash. They prop up every other show. Anything. This time they were shouting out "This Is Us," which comes on at 9 o'clock on Tuesdays, which would follow Flash, which means whatever follows the Flash will be like, "Oh shoot, This Is Us is on." I'll stop watching Supergirl and turn to This Is Us. At least I'll be entertained, even if it's a rerun, which is probably a good idea. But I'm waiting for next week where he goes, "Yo, let's talk about that Mandalorian episode and the Falcon and Winter Soldier because it's so dope. Hey, careful, you're acting all witchy like Wanda." I mean, I just want them to stop that. They have plenty of shows on the CW. Mention some of those. Just small right. So we got the Caitlin and Killer Frost storyline. Killer Frost trashes the Firestorm Matrix because I want to be my own special person, individual, and not part of you in this brain trust. And of course, I mean, this is a show that makes a Play-Doh looking villain. Why are we wasting budget resources on identical people?
Because we don't have enough characters in the Flash lab.
They have 78 people on Team Flash. They have so many people on Team Flash they can't work them in every episode. The worst, they don't even mention them. It's like, "Yo, what's up with Camilla?" I don't know. "Hey, where's Chester?" Stay tuned. Is Allegra somewhere chasing a story? Heck if I know. They really just need to take all those ancillary characters, move them onto Iris's blog website, and just have her with her own dedicated storyline.
Or just move them to Legends of Tomorrow. We got some vacancies, I see.
But you know what? They don't wear costumes anyway, so me as well.
So
let's talk about the real issue though. So this week they announced that they're going to have Impulse joining the show. Jordan Fisher from PS to All the Boys I Still Love You fame. He is joining as Impulse, and he is not a precocious little kid. He is like 21 years old. And the description, which Jace made sure that I paid attention to as he sent this to me, Impulse is going to be Barry and Iris's son. Chief, that ring a bell to you? From the future, I'm sorry.
And didn't we do that storyline already? But with a really cute daughter?
You know what? I think you may be right. And so Iris and Barry are going to have to teach Impulse how to calm down and become a hero. That sounds really fresh for the Flash.
Yeah, we're gonna just recycle. We're gonna recycle storylines now. I mean, I guess everybody's just running out of material unless you're Disney.
I guess so. I guess Disney just like did a big, massive tractor beam pull and got all the competent writers. And the Superman and Lois people were just smart enough to hide out. Like, nah, we're good. But we're there. It's just so frustrating. All right, so that's that. This weekend, we see the return of a blockbuster movie in theaters, Godzilla versus Kong. Now, Javon, do you remember these first solo efforts that they did, Godzilla and Kong, Skull Island, when they were like, "Hey, we're going to build a whole monster universe, just like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Everybody's going to love our monster movie." And the response is kind of tepid, like, maybe we don't love these monster movies. And Warner Brothers like, "Nah, son, you're going to enjoy this last one. We're going to put it together, Godzilla versus Kong. Who's on board?" Now, do you remember these movies? And were you hyped up about Kong versus Godzilla? Okay.
Absolutely, Jeff. Here's the thing. I love those movies, you know. We grew up on those movies, right? The thing that those early movies that we grew up on, whether it was Kong, Zilla, whatever, Mothra, all that stuff, man. The monsters were the primary feature of the film. That it's their name on the marquee, not a B story, love story between teenage son of scientist who we don't care about who dies in the first 10 minutes. We don't care about these people. These people are they're only there to service the fear of mankind of these beasts, these monsters, man, these kings of monsters. We don't care about the people. Stop trying to make these emotional stories that we don't care about as the moviegoer, because Doctor Such and Such can't destroy a building with one swoop.
Right.
You know, Doctor Such and Such ain't gonna, yeah, he ain't gonna fight Rodan, so we don't care about them. What I hate with these movies too, Jeff, the first of the new remake of Godzilla suffered from this. They sold you that trailer. They
The
sold
trailer was amazing.
it was
The
dope.
skydiving scene, one of
Man,
the best ones I've ever seen, dude. I was like, this is incredible.
I was
People
I
think
had to see
that shot alone made me want to see the movie, and it delivered when I saw it in the movie. I was like, this is great.
It made me want to go to the movies. We were talking about that last week. It made me want to go to the movies to see this movie, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong last week. That was one of the movies that I wanted to see until I saw it, because the action didn't come in the last act of the film. What, the last 20 minutes to a half
Yeah,
an hour?
dude. It was
Now
like,
what?
just stay tuned. We're gonna get to something interesting. We promise.
We're gonna get to it, but look, you gotta. This is an amazing thing right here. This is gonna help. This is gonna help enhance the story so much. The guy has father issues. His son has issues like father issues, and some unresolved things with his mom. I don't care. This isn't psych class. I want to see Godzilla destroy a city. That's what I'm here for.
And unleash a little blue flame.
Yeah, I mean, I hate when these movies really get confused with what they're supposed to be. The last Godzilla movie, The King of the Monsters, was pretty good because I think they took lessons learned and said, hey, yeah, we're gonna establish these characters, but they're gonna take a back seat to some of this action in the second half of the movie. It started slow, but when the action queued up, it queued up. They just have to do a better job with this movie of that. Stop trying to build characters that we don't care about because they're not important. They're just not important. I don't care about a love story. I don't care about emotional, heart wrenching thing. I don't care about a cute little kid because in the grand scheme of things, the cute little kid gets squashed. I don't care. Give me the monsters fighting.
We want
That's
the monster, Eddie. All right, Chief. What were your thoughts on this? Were you looking forward to seeing Godzilla versus Kong?
Actually, I am. Let me ask you: has anybody else seen it?
I have seen it. Oh,
Was
you've
there?
seen it now?
Well, it's on.
Yeah, HBO Max right now.
So, was there a white line down the side of your screen?
Mm. I haven't watched the screener, so I haven't watched them at HBO Max yet.
So on my HBO Max, there's a white line going down the side of the screen as I'm viewing it. So it's distracting as hell, and I'm just trying to figure out.
Maybe we
Like,
need to edit it out. Try it again.
the other side is good. This side's got the white line. But
Yeah, no white lines
yeah.
or blur. Don't like them either.
But I wanted to Godzilla's my favorite one,
Okay.
right? Monster, big monster. Godzilla's my favorite big monster. Smaller monsters, I'm a werewolf fan. Whenever you see someone's name first, whoever's name is first always loses.
Batman vs Superman.
So, well, that goes back to when you used to watch Godzilla with Godzuki, and it was Mothra versus Godzilla, or so and so versus Godzilla. Godzilla was last, you knew Godzilla was gonna win. So I'm already like, okay, this is a throwback to the other one. Godzilla looks like he's gonna lose. Now, here's the crazy part. Last Godzilla movie, he was a hero. So I'm kind of upset. I was hoping it would be Godzilla and Kong versus somebody, versus more so than each other. I mean, it could be some other monster pops up. But I'm like, so what happened? He wasn't after humans in the last movie.
Chief, they actually explained that, Javon, to your earlier point. We do have a cute little kid. We have a couple of scientists. Thankfully, they don't fall in love. I think actually there is one human subplot that's okay. I mean, it's tolerable because we need to explain what's happening and get us from point A to B and C. Fortunately, A, B, and C lead to big conflicts, clashes, destruction of massive property with Godzilla and Kong. So it's kind of like, We don't have to just sit and listen to these humans talk and just bore us. There is a fast forward sequence that I will every time I watch this, um, featuring my man Brian Tyree Henry, Millie Bobby Brown, and Julian Dennison from Deadpool 2. I'm just gonna fast forward it when I watch it. That subplot aside, because it adds zero zilch to the movie, and they could have made a 90-minute movie out of it, but it's not that much, so I'm like whatever. But this movie actually comes through in the clutch with what it says. We get Godzilla versus Kong. Chase, were you looking forward to this before I go any further?
Well, I am looking forward to it after reading the review on LylesMovieFile.com.
Thanks. Yeah, well, I mean, if I was like, yo, I'm invulnerable, I don't care about this pandemic, whoever, it's somebody else's problem, I would happily go get an IMAX ticket and watch this center row and eat my popcorn, put my feet on the chair, text my fam, be like, yo, watching Godzilla versus Kong, just do the regular movie thing. And enjoy this movie on the big screen. Javon and Chief, I think you will like it. And hopefully you got a big enough screen to really take it in, because it's something. And Chief is like, hold on, screw this podcast. I'm gonna watch Godzilla, my man. Go through and burn him.
No, I mean, I've got a big enough screen. You know what I mean? I've got a big enough screen. I've got 600 inches over here, 600 by 600. So we're gonna go ahead and enjoy it.
On the whole wall, huh?
It's the new TV, man. New TV. Puffy said it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it, man. I'm hoping that it's good. It looks like it's. I mean, it's two monsters fighting. Who the hell doesn't love that? You know what I mean? I mean, especially us older ones. I mean, we grew up on Godzilla movies. We grew up on King Kong movies. You know what I mean? We grew up on all, Mega Godzilla and
Godzilla, man, all that.
All that, man. I remember Godzilla stepping on Godzuki's tail to make him breathe fire. You know what I mean? Mighty Joe Young. You remember all those?
Oh, of course.
Cause listen. You say Mighty Joe Young to a young kid nowadays, you're like, what the hell you
I don't know
about?
what the hell that is.
Mighty Joe Young. So I'm looking forward to. I always enjoy a well-made monster movie. And the first Kong was excellent, I thought.
With Samuel Jackson and Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, I like that movie.
He was right.
Kong Island.
He wasn't John Blake.
Right, Kong Island for a Kong movie. I mean, think about the last time you saw.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. I didn't buy it, and that's always my barometer of like how much I like a movie. It was fine. I didn't hate it, but it was like, okay. I mean, he did his thing. He was alright.
And then what's the name was in it? My man, which made the comic relief.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah. He rolling the whole time, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was funny.
That wasn't a bad one. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
We don't get that. We don't get Kong movies. It's like they just, I don't know, man. Maybe out of comic book hangover, they decided, you know what, a genre we could really go back to is the monster movie genre. I know a genre I want somebody to get back into. We ain't had a kung fu flick in a minute, and I don't count gun fu like John Woo. Not John Woo, John Wick. I want a straight kung fu movie.
We haven't had a good one in a while. We know they do have that show on CW, which is something they could mention instead of WandaVision. Sorry. It's coming on April 9th, I think.
Promote yourself. Note the CW. Promote yourself. Disney's good. They don't need your help.
Exactly. I just don't understand it. So the big news of the day, Netflix has bought the sequels to Knives Out for $450 million. That seems like a lot of money to me.
Wait, say it again, Jeff. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Knives Out? That's the show with James Bond, right?
Right. Johnson, redeeming himself after the last Jedi. They are picking up the sequels. So if you want to see it, you're going to need that Netflix subscription.
Sequels?
2 sequels.
Well, how's the sequel out of Knives Out?
I assume he's just going to go to a different case, different people. I think that could work.
Okay.
But was he like the main guy, though? He wasn't even the main guy in the story.
No, he was. He was the investigator. The detective.
Yeah, what I'm saying, when you're watching the movie, you're watching the other. Like he'll ask a question, they'll go back in her memory, and then like he goes
that
in.
format could work easily enough. I mean, it really just that script has to be solid. But I
And you
think
gotta have the ensemble to pull it off.
yeah, like you can't have random people in there and just hope for the best. But I think if you have a strong ensemble, that can work in any kind of setting. You can just change up what they're doing.
400 million, 450 million worth?
450, yes, sir.
Okay.
Shit, that's a lot of chicken.
Yeah.
Hope that investment pays off.
Is a lot.
You know, for 10 movies maybe. But
I'm trying to figure out how to get that money back. I'm like, how many subscriptions do y'all need to get to have, or how many price increases do you need?
It was a good movie, but truth be told, it's a one and doneer. It's not like a movie that I went back to and then had to watch it over again. So you know what I mean? Like I just watched it and then I finished it. I mean, I was like, okay, that wasn't bad. I just don't know. I think $450 million for a movie, like that's a movie like people have to see again, like The Matrix or something like that. I gotta watch it again.
I don't know how Netflix does that. I mean, it's interesting. So hopefully you guys have your HBO Max subscriptions all set up and ready to go because we are getting ahead of the class reboot.
Huh? Wait, what?
You mean this is coming? That's coming on Peacock, right? Like
no, sir.
Actual paying channel.
So a premium pay streaming service is giving us a reboot of a barely memorable mid-late 80s sitcom.
It was fine until my man died.
Who?
Lead of the show,
Howard Hess.
Yeah, I mean it was like really solid, and then
left the show. He didn't want to do this crap anymore.
Howard Hess is dead?
No, he's still alive.
Oh.
No, he's still alive.
Oh man, I killed him off. Wow.
He wrote his obit early.
Did he die on the show?
I think might have killed him on the show.
They probably killed him
off.
off.
Okay, maybe I'm just like, okay, well he peaced out. So maybe we should follow his example because I don't know about that one.
Dude, what do we do? Like this is what we're trying to use a pandemic show. We're gonna make it relevant for our time. You know, the kids in a pandemic, how they cope with high school and I don't know.
It wasn't. Look, if you're gonna start pulling back shows, right, from that era, there's better material out there. There's better stuff that could translate to today. Not to
Different
say
Strokes?
Head of the class. Oh, I would love to see a Different Strokes reboot, but see, instead of it would be the other way around. You know, black man adopted like two white kids or an Asian kid or something like that, and you can't even do that right now. But if you're gonna bring anything back, man, give us a reboot of. I've been saying for a few years now. 21 Jump Street. Give us a real reboot of Jump Street, not the frat boy that we got. Like not frat boy, not the frat boy movies we got right now with 21 Jump Street. Bring back a 21 Jump Street that's relevant for today's youth and can kind of speak to them about the crime and whatever else they're facing, social media, but all that kind of the shit the kids are dealing with.
That's a good idea because there's a whole different level they could tap into: social media, social bullying, and all that stuff. Working TikTok videos, watching Rico's son try to figure out how to do TikTok. Hey, Dad, what is this?
There's two new reboots, man. Mickey Spillane's Mike Hammer and A Man Called Hawk are coming to HBO Max.
I will watch.
Get out of here.
Hey, fellas, I mentioned this earlier, but guess what the least watched broadcast TV show was in March?
Mm-hmm.
It was not This Is Us. It was Charmed. So maybe they should shout that out on the flash. Just.
I mean, is the new one any good? Has anybody watched the new one?
I didn't really watch the other one that hot. Good news. good news for you older folks, and we probably qualify now in this demographic. CSI Vegas is coming back with William Peterson and Georgia Fox set to return.
Oh, where's my
No, it
bottle
isn't.
of smoke?
So
No,
What's
it
the
isn't.
what's the joint with Casino? Was it called Casino? The one that in Vegas with what's my man's name?
Jimmy Kahn.
Yeah.
That was Vegas. That was Las
Casino.
Vegas, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, they took a lot of time coming up with that name for the show.
Well, that was a
Where'd you
remake.
say?
It was just a remake anyway of a '70s show.
We're gonna get Dallas next.
Hey,
They tried it already. They tried it.
Dallas wasn't
they made
terrible.
like 3 seasons. It wasn't horrible. I mean, they brought the original cast back, created some new drama.
They actually lost Larry.
Like, dude,
I am correct on this. He did that.
Look, we got right now the Equalizer Magnum.
Have you watched Equalizer yet?
I have.
What's
It's
your
a-
take?
2 episodes.
It's enjoyable. It is actually a decent show, and it hasn't even gotten its legs under it yet. You know, they only in like episode 4 or 5, so 6, something like that. It hasn't even gotten real legs yet. I think if this show makes it to a season 2, because damn it, if they just had a season and not series finale of This Is Cat, anything is on the table as far as I'm concerned. Any show that debuted this year should get a second season, just because the show didn't get canceled yet.
Why are you? Oh no!
Because I kind of like it. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's turd tacos, man. It's all right. Look, I know you're hungry and I know you want to eat, but instead of giving you something edible that you'll enjoy, because you came here to eat and you want to eat, you want to like our food, we're gonna give you a plate of diarrhea. We're gonna give you a plate of diarrhea.
Wow, man! I'm glad you held back on what you really thought about it.
I mean, I'm trying to be nice. I was really trying to be nice.
Speaking of bad shows, it looks like they should not go beyond 2 episodes. Have you guys seen this trailer for the United States of Al?
I did.
How bad does this show look? Apparently
looks-
not Michael Jordan. Really? That's your big punchline?
Every cliche,
Right.
every sitcom cliche you can imagine, trying to put it in a new package, it ain't gonna work. Sorry.
It looks
I
terrible.
know. Nope. I take that back, y'all. That show is probably gonna be #1 with a bullet
On
on.
CBS. This got a shot. Jay,
I
you haven't
said
seen
the same thing.
Yeah,
Jay, you haven't seen it?
I saw the trailer and I was just like, again, I think how you joked is like, this is a line that's supposed to make me funny. It's like, maybe if you are a 70+ baby boomer that has no
CBS.
it's like that
Yes.
has no experience with dealing with those minority people, that may intrigue you and think it's funny, but
Hey, hey, Chase, you just hit the nail on the head with that, because I was shocked they didn't give my man an accent. I thought he was gonna have to talk with the accent, man. I'm serious.
I think the standards in practice people probably warn, okay, bring it down a little bit. Just, I mean, we're gonna probably run those jokes that are, well, I mean, like Archie Bunker, but we're cleaning them up a lot. But seriously, we can't go with the accent. Like, you saw The Simpsons correctly made the choice not to go with Apu, so we can't go with this. So yeah, thanks. Good job, guys.
The accent indicates that he's foreign.
As opposed to my working eyes. Woo! That show looks awful. Awful.
Whew, man.
Al looks awful. All right, fellas, I have a couple, so let's get into it right now. Who are your nominees for Dummies of the Week? Jace, you ready?
Okay, so my first dummy of the week is what we've already talked about.
Paper together.
Yeah, the paper again. This is what happens. Top quality podcast, folks. So my first dummy of the week is actually the writers of The Flash are actually releasing that we're gonna get Impulse being Barry and Iris' son 2 or 3 seasons after North. 2 seasons after North. they had actually set up in the previous season. Like, we had this big drama on why Nora was there, and now you're going back to the well of another young speedster that we will have on the show for one season, maybe two, and then they're back to whatever future verse they are, and we'll start this over again. I remember how last week Jeff said, "Hey, Jace, you may be over Flash." With this news, I am getting dangerously close to being over Flash. So that's my dummy of the week.
Okay, mine is the San Diego Comic-Con organizers, because they decided, hey, we're running low on funds. I don't know how this group. I mean, are they working on credit every year? Let's just hope everything pays, because we got to do it. But they've decided the pandemic is basically over, so we're gonna have a smaller version of the Comic-Con, and we're gonna have it in November. Not just any weekend in November. We're gonna have it on Thanksgiving weekend. Predictably, the stars, the celebrities, headliners who would show up were like, nope, I'm going to spend this Comic-Con, this Thanksgiving with my family. And I'm not traveling to go see and hug up on a bunch of sweaty fans who may or may not be vaccinated. That last bit I editorialized. But yeah, that's not too smart there, guys. So you get a big fat dummy of the week. My second one is the NCAA, because hey, today is March 31st when we were recording this podcast. The Final Four takes place some random day, and their schedule's all off the wall. I mean, instead of Thursday and Friday, there were no games. And my March Madness clock was going, what's going on? I'm looking at TNT, I'm looking at CBS, I'm looking at CNN. I'm even trying to track down True TV. Who knows what station that is? And no games. And then the games are on Monday and Tuesday. I'm like, what the heck is this? Did y'all forget March Madness is set to play out in March? So yeah, we're gonna have the championship and the Final Four play out in April. And normally we have the championship play in April, but having the Final Four in the championship game, and just the random wacky schedule, because whatever. All right, Jay King,
Mr. White Boy Summer himself, Tom Hanks' son, his baby boy, his pride and joy, Chet Hanks. Tom Hanks' son is somehow under the impression that he is some kind of hard luck white dude out here in these mean streets, getting it how he get it and getting down how he live. I can guarantee you Chet Hanks has never did three things: ate a bowl of oodles and noodles. I can guarantee you he has never had to wait in line to cash a check at a liquor store. I can guarantee you he's never waited in line for a pair of Jordans.
and those safe bets.
These are safe bets, right? I can guarantee you Chet Hanks has never known what it was like when somebody didn't pay the electric bill or the water bill around here, or seen an eviction notice on his door. Chet, you're not hard. You're not a gangster. Your father has been America's favorite actor for 30 years now, at least 30 years. Okay? You've been farting through silk your whole life. Your whole life. You've never had to spend the night in a bad area. You've never had to spend the night somewhere you didn't even want to stay. Stop it already. You ain't a gangster. You ain't a tough guy. You're none of these things you're trying to be. Rap music got you twisted. You are Chet Hanks. You should be, look, and I'm not saying that you can't feel urban culture, hip hop culture, because I don't believe in that anyway, because we don't own it no more. It's of the world. The thing is, when you trying to act like you're this hard, tough dude from the streets, no one's buying it. You know why? Because your last name is Hanks. You're Tom Hanks' son. Hey, just be cool. Just you'd serve yourself so much better if you were just a cool dude that, yeah, Chet likes the sisters, he likes the music, etc. But he's not prepping a role and posing and mugging for the camera as if, you were a rolling 20s or something. You are Chet Hanks. You, Orange County, you were, what was the dude, Orange County's most wanted? Malibu's most wanted? That's you right now, man. Stop it. Stop it. and you had the nerve to be getting in the fights with your black girlfriend, getting your head cracked open. You better be lucky she's pretty docile, because if you had a real Lakeisha out here, man, hey, the people would have came and see you, man. The people would have came to see you.
Oh, Keisha.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, Chief, tell him, man. Look, go sit down, man. Get you a nice Ralph Lauren Dockers with the tucked in polo, man. Wrap you a sweater around yourself, man, and find a Catalina wine mixer or something. Stop being this guy that you're not. Stop trying to be this guy that you're not. Relax. That's my dummy, man.
They want this life. They want to live this life, and we want to live that one. Like, you want to trade? Yeah, you can have this shit.
You can have this shit. Take it.
You know what I mean?
Take it. I ain't gonna fight you.
Yeah, you can be as hard as you want. Here.
Bro,
I will switch with you. Right. And drink the finest grapes every day. When I wake up.
Every day.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Rita.
Beach.
I'll be your son for the year.
Man, I'll be at Pebble Beach right now with Pops, swirling around some brandy, doing this laugh.
Oh, shit. You kidder.
Keith Haring told me that joke. Dude, no, I'm good. You can have it, Chet. You thugged out. You thug.
He's real, man. All right, well, fellas, I think that's enough for tonight. We'll be back next week. We're going to break down Godzilla versus Kong, Invincible, the new show on Amazon Prime, and a few more crazy things along the way. So, fellas, thank you as always for joining me. Thank y'all out there for listening. This episode of Loud's Movie Files has been filed.